Yes, lads, we're back. That's right. It's your working man's road to glory. It's your boy. It's the Ashman. Guys, we've got the knowledge right now. Let's go straight into it. Before we do, though, further ado, let's just quickly talk about referrals. We've been struggling. We've had a couple of referrals. I think we had 3 at the max. We've now got 5 people. A couple of people that were just sitting on the map here, just waiting. We've now got them. Football Frenzy, Tesman 1984. We're going to quickly have a look at Tesman 1984. We're going to see what this boy's done. It looks like he's already created a bit of a limited stack there, so to speak. Let's have a look. It looks as if he's actually got a referral, Ethan Bartlow. That's his referral for getting the 5 cards. I'll be honest, yeah, £2.48, £2.87, £3.63 and a couple of £2, £3. So obviously he's just gone for the limited cards. Thank you very much, Tesman. I really appreciate that, my friend. We have a quick look back. Who else have we got on there? I might not be doing this in the correct order. We have Football Frenzy. Looks like these ones have done. Let's have a look at Football Frenzy. Let's see what they've got. So common stack, cheeky little Kilo Navas, Kylian Mbappe. Are you absolutely kidding me? What? What? Federico Valverde. I'll tell you what, this boy's coming into form right now. Did you see his match last night? Which, guys, wait till we start talking about this Real Madrid match. You know we've got to talk about it. We have to talk about it. Here we go. Looks like you've got a few players. £4, £4, £3, £2, £4. And you've got yourself a nice little cheeky Simon Valette. Do I know who he is? No, I don't. But, guys, these rewards that you get, they're normally not the best players. But to be unfair, as I said, you might get Flutie. So we've got 5 people now. I'm very happy with that. It says that we've got 12, so there's another 7 people just chilling here. And still got this Arif's still on 2 out of 5. My boy. I love what you're doing there. Every time I check on you, I can see you buying players, but you're getting them, must be getting them from the manager sales. I like your style. Just baiting me there, aren't you? Baiting me with 2. All right, so we're going to go straight in to gallery. Go on here and let's see what we've got. So we need game week 252, the one just gone. Here we go. This guy's All-Star Limited. I threw them in. Do I care if they played, didn't play? It really made no difference. But one massive thing that we did was we wanted to change the goalkeepers, Oliver Baumann and Diego Lopez. Obviously, I generally think Oliver Baumann plays for a better team and is a better goalkeeper and younger and goes for more money. However, because he was against Bayern Munich, and these boys were as well, Hoffenheim, quite clearly you can see why I dragged him out and I put Diego Lopez and just shoved Oliver Baumann in my All-Star Limited. This team mounted, they were only got 164 points. We were miles away, 144 still to go, but Hubner didn't play, apparently, so brilliant. That's great news for everybody. Tink Nukan didn't play, played the last 4 games previous, but the match that I needed to play, he obviously didn't want to play, so that's fantastic news. We finally got Ibrahima Sissoko to actually get more than 30, 35 points. I didn't think he had it in him, but he did. So amazing. I didn't say on the last video, but someone did mention in the comments, and you're absolutely bang on the money. If you're not picking this guy up now for £30 or £35 or £28, whatever he's going for, you're losing out, because I paid 92 and he's dropped down, but we know he has the ability to get there. He's only 23, 24 this year, so he's a young guy, still going, playing for a team that's probably going to get Champions League, Europa League football, so no doubt next year you're going to make triple your amount of money, quadruple your amount of money. I have every faith that's going to happen, just I'm getting personally screwed over right now. But that's fine, you take my screwing over, you guys benefit from that, because that's what I'm here for. I'm the punch bag, and you guys, you don't need to take it. All right, we're going to move on to here. This is the stack, the first ever week I've ever put one in, and I was super excited. I had Munen as my striker, Diego Lopez going against a team, sitting mid-table. I thought he's on good form. We'll stick him in. Let's see what he does. And I had my little stack, my little beauty stack there. I think this team costs around £700-800. So this was no joke of a team, man. I went out for it, and for a guy who's got less than a grand or whatever in the budget, 1,200 quid, this was 3/4 of my money. So I was really counting that I was going to come out with at least a tier 3, just so I can say I've got some rewards. You can quite clearly see I got 287 and 52 points remaining. Why? Because when you looks in, you looks in. And when you looks out, tough luck. Well, this week, these boys screwed me over. They did the dirty on me. How can I say that? Luka Modric, let's just start with him. He's a key player. He's the one who gets assists, gets goals. He's just class. Yeah, we all agree with that, and I'm not going to sell him. But he did me dirty. And I think I blame it on the manager. I blame it on the manager because the manager obviously looks at his age. He says he's 35. We know he's 36 now. Everyone's a year older since these cards went out last year. So he's 36 in real life. The manager obviously thinks he's 36. Let's not play him every single game. We've got Champions League football. We've still got the second leg still to go. So I appreciate why I don't want to play him. But listen, if Luka Modric is saying he's fit, he's healthy, and he can play him. Age is only but a number. We all know that. This guy obviously can still play. I believe he can still run around. Is he as fast as what he was? No, but his passing is incredible. His mind, his intelligence on the pitch, best player by far. Just stick him in the match, but he didn't. He whacked him in at 60 odd minutes in. Brilliant. So that gives me my Modric at 30, and I've even put him as a captain. That was a silly choice for me, but I did that. We've got Casemiro. Oh wow, this guy just loves picking up yellows, doesn't he? And because he was close, he did a crunching tackle, laughed it off because he knew he'd done the dirty. I watched the match last night, so the manager took him off because one more yellow and that's it. He's suspended, and obviously wants to keep him for future Champions League matches, the second leg. So what does he do? Takes him off after 60 odd minutes. So he didn't even get to finish the 90 minutes, get his extra XP, get his extra bonus, his points. So he got me 49.6 in total. I probably, if he stayed on for the whole 90 minutes, I would have easily got, 60 points. I honestly think I could have got 60, 65 points. So there's an extra 10, 15 points just missed out because the manager took him off. Ferland Mendy, wow, this guy starts, I'm thinking brilliant. What happens? He goes and gets himself injured. So his price has not only gone from 130 odd quid, dropped down to 90 odd pound. So not only have I dropped 40 odd quid, 50 quid off him, but now he's injured. I haven't checked it since last night of how bad that injury is. It might be a bruise, it might be cartilage, ligament, who knows. But the problem is like, for the first ever week, I finally get a team. I think, brilliant. It's took me 6-7 weeks to get a team. I stick them in. Modric doesn't even start until 65-70 minutes. Casemiro gets taken off because, he likes crunching tackles and doesn't like to play for me, the real manager. Ferland Mendy loves to get himself injured. And the two players that I honestly thought were going to be hit or miss, the goalkeeper was either going to have a shocker or play good, played quality. And Moonane, he could play good or not, and he didn't score, didn't get a decisive, but just overall play got me 67 points. So imagine if that guy got an assist or a goal. I'm going up to 80, 100 points. So even though it says I'm 52 points away, let's just be realistic, guys. If Modric had just started the game and Ferland Mendy hadn't got injured and Casemiro hadn't been taken off, just this in itself, I generally think that's enough to get me there or thereabouts a reward. And if obviously Moonane had just assisted or scored or whatever, I would have done it. But just these three lads. So I think that Real Madrid have done me so dirty, it's unreal. But you know what? We live and learn. My mission right now, guys, is to get rid of all the deadwood. And honestly, I've got probably 300 quid deadwood just sitting in players. I've got over 20 odd players now, 22 players. We'll have a look in a second. There we are. So, my gallery, roster prices. So it says I'm at 1,037. The reality is that, honestly, on Saturday, Sunday, this was around 1,180, 1,200 pounds it hit up to. So I've dropped 150 quid just in 24, 48 hours. But that would have made me feel a bit crap, if that was a few days ago, or should I say a couple of weeks ago. But I realise with this game now, guys, you shouldn't fret over that. When your money goes up and down, and your gallery goes up and down, it's going to happen. When they're playing, they go high. When they're not playing, they go low. If they get injured, they go really low. If your team isn't in Champions League, it doesn't have mid-football, that's when you should pick them. When a season comes to the end, you should be picking up players because they're going to go dirt cheap. When a season's starting, they're going to go expensive. So as long as you know the general rules of play and the general pattern of play for teams in general and players in general, as long as you can abide by the rules of Sorare and how it works, you can play the system to a certain extent. So yeah, I'm seeing 1,037. Am I sitting here shaking thinking, I've lost 150 quid, what am I going to do? No, I'm not, because the reality is, if Ferland Mendy hasn't had a really bad injury and he ends up coming back to play, he's at 94 quid. If it's not a bad injury, brilliant, his price will go up. And if it is an injury and he's out for a month, I can just keep him, get rid of the deadwood Who's the right back for Real Madrid? Carvajal. I could go for someone like that, or, you know, I could just go and find myself somebody else who's a centre defender or a wing back or whatever. That's around 100 quid. Get rid of my Deadwood and just get a replacement. His price is going to go up eventually. You just got to wait. Essentially, it's a patience more than anything else. The things that you can, the things that you can wait for, but you've got to sort of have a load of patience. It's like, say for example, Diego Lopez. Prime example. I bought him at £120, is half the price. How long is a piece of string? I could be waiting a day, a week, a month, 2 months, 3 months. Will he ever get back to that price? I don't know. So that's the problem, is that you've got to wait for this guy. Ibrahim Sissoko is going for £29.99 if you want to get him. Buy one get one free, one of them. So 30 quid. I paid again. 92 pounds. So am I going to get my money back, and when am I going to get my money back? So you do need to have patience with certain players, but people like Mendy, unless he's out for months, if it's just a few weeks, you're guaranteed to get your money back straight away. So that's what you got to do, guys. All right, so now we've kind of covered that, we're going to talk about season dates. So basically, leagues that are coming up. All right, so we've been talking about this, about what we're going to do. MLS, Asia, these are the two that people are talking about. This is what people want to sort of jump into. I am going to start jumping into it like now. So not now, maybe in a week from now or 2 weeks from now, I'm going to go ahead and field the team. I aren't messing about here, guys, and getting, a play for 20 quid there and 50 quid there. I'm going to go for somebody who's already in the top 3, top 4, somebody that's projected to, get good quality football, hit the top leagues, top points, win leagues, good players. I'm going to do my research, just go ahead and buy a stack straight away, spend a few hundred quid, get a stack, and then I'm in. That's it. I'm just in. I think I'm going to go for MLS just because, yes, I know that it will probably cost more than the Asia. And if we have a look at here, you can quite clearly see, you've got your winter football, which is like Premier League and Championship and Europa League. It's basically like European teams. They all start around August, September, and they all finish like in a few months' time. These ones are the ones that you want to be jumping into. So have a good look at them now. Basically, guys, you can see where I'm getting this. Footballinsider.com. So you can go on there, but basically there's about 1 million websites that show you that. So who can we go for me? February, this one's already started. Then obviously League of Ireland. May, Brazilian League. I mean, that looks quality. If I obviously have to check if these leagues Sorare doing them. I've not checked that. I'm just literally going on this website. So I might have a look into what we've got here. I mean, some of these teams. Sometimes, what's great about Sorare is that leagues that you would never watch, you can just get into. Players that you've never heard of, you'll start backing. And you'll start having a bit of a connection with. And I think that's what a lot of people on Sorare want. They want that connection. They want to watch a team and support that team. Yeah, it's fun. I'm from Hull. I live in Newcastle. So for Championship, I support Hull. For Premier League, I naturally support Newcastle. All my in-laws and everything are Geordies. So naturally, I have an affinity with these two. That's just how it is. But since starting Sorare, a month and a half ago or whatever, since then, I've started researching, just general research about the Bundesliga and the MLS and stuff. I've done over the last week or two just more research on the MLS, so I know what teams I'm looking for. I'm not going to say because I know the split to the Western and the Eastern. So there's two different ones. Who are you going to go which side? And then when they get to the end of the league, the top teams from the West and the East sort of come together, and then they battle it out. That's from my knowledge. So we're going to have a look into some of these leagues here, which might do like an all-star team with one of these non-known leagues or lesser leagues. And then I will actually then enter like an MLS team or something. But I'm going to just do stacks. Maybe for the MLS one, I'll just do a stack. Somebody that's going to realistically try and get me rewards. Equivalent to like the Real Madrid, but just for MLS, one of the top teams. And for the All-Star, I think I'll just go for specific players from that league or a mixture of leagues. So we can kind of have a bit of fun. And that one's like a fun league to sort of, try and get rewards from. So that's what we're going to do on this one. One thing I did want to say in terms of this week's sort of teams and what we're going to sort of provide. I'll be honest with you guys, I just literally entered my common team. I do have plays for the midweek, but the problem is if I enter a team of 5 people to go for a midweek, and let's say I've got them for midweek, which I think I've got all 4 players barring the goalkeeper. So no matter if I enter that, the reality is unless they're all going to get 80 to 100 points or whatever to sacrifice for the goalkeeper's score, I'm not actually going to get rewards. Then the problem I've got is that if I want to now sell a player that's in that stack, I don't really want to sell it just in case that stack does really well and I've got to wait till all the games are played. You know what I mean? If this makes sense. So what I've done is I've literally just skipped all the leagues. I've just entered the common one, which if we have a quick look, sorry, it's this one, my bad. If we have a quick look, this is game week 253. If we have a look at the common, I've literally just gone in with the Liverpool. They're against Arsenal. So listen, Arsenal are on form at the moment. They're doing the best they've done in a very, very long time. So I'm not sitting here thinking we're just going to blow them away. I normally say that. If I can even get any rewards, tier 3 upwards, but it's Liverpool, so we're probably going to get something from this. Stuck the stack in. I've changed a couple of players out just because of who they were playing. So we've got Seville versus West Ham, which must be a obviously Europa match of some sorts. And then we've got the FC Basel, 1893 versus Marseille, and this is the Marseille play we've got here that we won in 1 hour reward. So we're going to just try him out. I could have fielded 2 other players here, but I purposely just put this in. Just wanted to change it up, as I said to you guys. For me, it wasn't about trying to make star or something this week. I just wanted to have a bit of fun, put some new players in. Let's just see, give them a chance. Let's see how they perform. But yes, I mean, going from next week though, this is where we're going to change it up. We're going to, if we go into my club again, have a look at the cards that I've currently got, and we have a look at the limited when it loads up. I'm thinking, do we keep Mounier or do we go for a better striker? It's as simple as that. Do we just go for a better striker? I know Moussine's 71 in his last 5, so you're probably thinking, are you a nutter? I'm not a nutter. This guy ranks 12 or something. I appreciate that. But do we want somebody that's just going to try and net, as a load of goals there or thereabouts every match, whether it's a £250, £300 striker? If you think we should do that, let's do it. Goalkeeper, is it time to get rid of the goalkeeper? Not because Diego Lopez, we want to sell him anyway, but with Oliver Bowman, is it time to just get rid of him? Because he's been cracking, don't get me wrong, brilliant. But is it time to just get a goalkeeper that's going to play, midweek as well and weekend? Somebody that, again, up to 300 quid, £400, let's get ourselves just a quality goalkeeper that's always going to get knitters, 50 odd points. Or do you guys think that we've only got a couple of months left of the season? Is it worth spending an awful lot on a goalkeeper if it's going to diminish in price? I mean, you've got 2 schools of thought. Yes, let's just spend it and, get big rewards by the end of the season. Or let's just not spend a load of money on a goalkeeper because in a couple of months they're going to crash in price. It depends how you want to do it. I think if we're able to spend a lot, up to £1,000 on a team, and then like a couple of weeks before the season ends, when you start seeing the prices are about to do an almighty crash, sell them at the top end. I think I mentioned this in the last episode, and just get as much money out of it as possible. I think that might be the smart move to do. But we're going to get rid of all Deadwood. You can see I've literally put everybody on that I can. I'm going to add a few more players as well. So I just want to try and, this week is from now until the next 3 or 4 days until the next one starts. It's about getting rid of players if I can, and they're not at too much of a low cost. Try and get as much money back as possible, and then put that money in and upgrade on players so we can actually then enter the next sort of 2, 3, 4 game week and really go for it, and try and once and for all get this reward. One thing I do want to mention, guys, and I don't really ever plug it because we're always about Sorare, but it's up to you if you want to do it or not. But I do see that when I look at the YouTube stats, it says let's just say 100% of people are viewing it. From the 100% that actually view it, there's such a small percentage that actually ever subscribes or likes, but it shows that how many people daily view my channel. I think now I've got, over like 1,300 views, which is amazing. Over 150 hours people have watched, which is amazing, last 6 weeks. So we're doing fantastic with numbers. But for all you guys who aren't, watching it, but you're not actually pressing the little like or the, the bell, you know, subscribing, any of that good stuff. I mean, that's, you know, that's entirely up to you, but it would be so much appreciated. Honestly, I couldn't tell you the world. I mean, prime example, today I'm at work. I'm an estate agent for you guys that don't know, so I sell houses and whatnot. So I'm at work and stuff, and my phone goes off. I have a quick look, and I'll tell you straight away what it was. It's one of the guys that I'm just giving you an example. One of the guys that went ahead and commented on one of my videos. It was a video from, if you remember this, solving the Sorare puzzle, so it was from like a couple of weeks back, and he just put, again, I'm just gonna read it out. Chris Hull, just a new chap. Nice to see some content from someone without a massive budget. I'm new to the platform and I'm still debating whether it's worth investing any cash into it. It looks nearly impossible to win anything for the average punter. It would be nice for new users to Sorare to have a newbie league or something for the first couple of weeks. Just give us a chance to actually win something. So, I mean, it's lovely just receiving the comment, whether these are good comments, bad comments, whatever, just comments in general, it's amazing. In terms of answering your question there, my friend, I would say I actually agree with you. You know, it is one of them things that you do enter Sorare and think to yourself, oh, I'll start the free league, and it's exciting, isn't it? You know, for the first week, the first two, you open, you get your 12 players, but once that buzz, that initial buzz sort of just dies down, you're left then with just once a week or whatever, just sticking a team in. And normally, if you're like me with a Liverpool squad, and it just yields your tier 1 or a start week in, week out, I don't even have to look at it. I just go bang, straight in, bang, straight in, bang, straight in, and the odd week I might just move it. But there's no fun in it because I just know the team is going to do it. And now when everyone knows to select the same 3 or 4 teams when they first start Sorare, they automatically get all the good players. So you're always going to get some fun reward, more or less, unless you haven't got the percentages. But then you have to jump to limited, and again, we all know, yeah, that you could field a team at £300 to £500. You might be so lucky one week and get rewards, but the reality is, and the harsh reality is, and I've said this every single video, that's just, it's not really going to happen. You know yourself, guys. I mean, look at me. I put from £100, £300, £500, £700, £800. I probably put £1,000 every week. I'm putting in. I'm doing research. I still haven't had one single Scooby reward. Not one reward, yeah? So it is like, you know, it's unlikely it's going to happen, but it can happen. But just going back to what I was originally saying, if you guys can subscribe, like, you know, the channel, it would be so much appreciated, you know, especially if we can get some new people, use the referral link even better, just helps the channel grow, it really does, guys. And obviously I'm competing against all the big boys out there, so I'm such a small little tadpole, so every single time you do a comment or a like or anything, it massively helps me. Remember my competition that I told you guys, I said once I hit that 100, it's not a competition, once I hit 100 subscribers, then I think we're roughly on 71 subscribers now. So we're not a million miles away, maybe a few weeks time, a month's time, but once we hit that, I'm going to give something away, you know? I'm going to go and give you a tier, I'm going to give you a limited card. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know what limit card it is. I'm not going to do you dirty like I got done with Real Madrid with a little 5 good card. I'll get you a nice card. We'll find out with some system of how we're going to do it, but we're going to do it. So that's that. I've also started a Facebook group called For the Working Man. It's exactly the same as this, no different. So just go on Facebook, Sorare For the Working Man, have a little look at that. And again, guys, on Twitter, I've just started a Twitter. This is all news to me. I don't do this sort of stuff. I'm like you guys. I work all the hours God sent. But I've started a Twitter. Why? It's going to help with the channel. I understand that everyone does it, and there might be other platforms that I might do it. Again, I think I've literally just got one person join that, because I've only just done it, I think, yesterday or a couple of days ago. So again, just go on Twitter. Again, no different. Sorare For the Working Man. Go on there. You'll see the stuff. And get on the Twitter as well. So I'm going to start putting more, tweets out, I suppose, Facebook links, using the Sorare. So all good stuff. And in regards to the setting up a link so we can all chat, I've got a day off from work tomorrow, so I'm going to crack on with that as well, so we can actually once and for all officially get that set up. So I am trying my best really to help you guys, but any feedback you give me, massively welcome. So we're going to wrap it up there. We're going to wrap it up because the guy that does all my tech and all my videos will be saying this is going on way too long. So I'm watching the Man United match, guys, tonight. I predict Man United. Let's just say Man United are going to win 1-0. I'm just throwing a number out there. 1-0 to Man United. I love you all, guys. It's a massive pleasure to do this, as always. I get so much fun, and I get so much more fun when I see you guys commenting and liking and telling me about your journey. So keep that up. Don't change that at all. And as I said, like, subscribe, share all the link, and hit the notification. And I will see you all in a few days. Your boy's out.